friends, so now is the time for the yoga demonstration. Yesterday I was kind of talking about it, but now this is my demonstrator, Itan Rajapaksa. And we're going to do a short series, because the time is short, a short series which I call Yoga for Meditators, especially yoga for mindfulness and vipassana meditators, because these exercises, through my own experience over many years, I've kind of whittled it down to specific exercises that help a person to sit in a meditation posture and to have the basic spinal flexibility and so on. So I'm going to be kind of talking him through that because of this room. So this first exercise is going to be an exercise to help drain the upper lobes of trapped old air so that the lungs become clean. So on an in-breath, raise the hands over the head, interlock the fingers, straighten the arms, interlock the fingers, palms up, straighten the arms, stretch the head back, and then release the hands. Out breath, bring the hands around the back, interlock the fingers again, and then lower the head to the floor. When the head touches the ground, raise the arms up. That forces the trapped air out of the upper lungs. Then lower the hands to the back and sit up on the in-breath. And just pause for a moment to feel those sensations, the effect of that. It's mindful yoga, always keeping the mind focused in the body, feeling the Vedana, the sensations. Okay, next we're going to do an exercise for limbering up the spine and also to help activate the breathing in the three parts of the lung, the lower lobes, middle lobes, and upper lobes. We'll come up a little force. This is called the cat stretch. So have the hands underneath the shoulders. On the in-breath, you arch the spine down and lift the head up and back. On the out-breath, you arch the spine upwards and try to press the chin to the top of the chest, stretching like a cat in the morning. And then repeat that a few more times. In-breath, spine down, head up and back. You're going to coordinate this with the breathing. That's how you get the effect of that. Out breath, spine up, chin to the chest. Once more. In breath, spine down, head up and back. Out breath, spine up, chin to the chest. And now sit back down on the heels, keeping the hands extended out. Keep the hands out. Head to the floor, yes. Just pause like that for a moment, and then sit up on the in-breath. Again, just pause and feel those sensations, just feel the body exactly as it is. It's this present moment awareness. So this next one is a back arch to loosen up the lower lumbar spine, which is normally, people are always stiff in the lower lumbar spinal vertebrae. So just have your fingers touching the toes. And you lean back on the straight arms, let the head go back. On the in-breath, lift the hips off the feet as high as you can and arch upwards. The out-breath, gently lower back down. Normally we repeat these exercises 3 times. In-breath, lift up. Repeating it 3 times just helps the joints to loosen up more. And then breathing in while doing the exercises sends that oxygenated blood out through the joints and the muscle tissue. Back up. Pause. And just keep your hands at the sides. This is going to be a neck stretch. On the out breath, lower the head to the floor. On the next in breath, lift the hips up and roll up on top of the head to stretch the neck vertebrae, but don't overdo it, depending on the stiffness of your neck. And to stay in that position longer and take a few deep, slow breaths to feel the air going in and out of the upper lungs. And then on an out breath, you can sit back down on the heels, keeping the head on the floor if you can. And the in breath, sit back up. And just pause, feel the body. Now we're going to do everybody's favorite exercise, the lion's roar face stretch, to bring a lot of blood up into the face and so on. So place the palms of the hands on the edge of the knees. And on an out breath, you're going to tense up the arms and fingers. At the same time, open the jaw and mouth as wide as you can. Stick out the tongue and cross your eyes until you see double. And hold that face stretch for as long as you can with the breath out. So go ahead and do it when you're ready. So on an out breath, and you make a sound in the throat like a lion roaring. Hey, that's a pussycat. Don't do this around your pets at home. They'll run into the Okay, now go ahead. This next exercise is an exercise for to help sit in the cross-legged position, a hip opening exercise, sometimes called the butterfly or the Baddha Asana. So you grab a hold of the feet, and of course he's a little flexible. Most people can't get their knees down. They would be up a bit, and you would just lift the knees. Once you do that, lift the knees up and down. But if you can get the knees down, then on an out breath, lower the head down to the floor. And that even gets a more stretch on those ligaments on the inside of the groin. That's what is stiff in most people, and it doesn't allow them to really sit in the, like even the half lotus or the lotus posture. So to also to open up the hip sockets. You can now stretch the legs out straight. I'm kind of going through this a little bit fast because of the time limitation. I want to cover a few things. This next exercise, the classic forward stretch. Place the hands at the chest. On the in-breath, lift the hands over the head. On the out-breath, touch the chest first, and then reach forward to touch your toes, bringing the head down toward the legs. Try to stretch out the lower spine. And then in-breath, and sit up, hands to the chest, over the head. You can do that as a 3-time exercise. Out-breath. The third time, keep holding on to your feet. And then on an in-breath, stretch your head backwards to straighten the arms, pulling the arms against the feet. No. Stretch back. No. Keep holding the feet. Stretch your head back, look up at the ceiling. The idea is to pull against the arms, fixed to your feet, to stretch the spine. Out breath, lower the head back to the floor. And you can do that 3 times. The third time you could hold it longer. Now just let's just pause and feel the body exactly as it is. And now draw your feet up. You're prepared to stand up, and then come up into the squatting position. Put the hands on the floor. Again, just pause, feel the body exactly as it is. It's all the present moment awareness. And then on the in-breath, mindfully stand up. Just relax the arms and hands at the sides. Just feel your feet pressing the floor. Just mentally feel the standing body. And then begin some deep, slow breathing. Try to start the breath in the lower abdominal lobes. Try to take 4 to 6 seconds just to breathe in, drawing the air up through the middle rib cage into the upper lungs. Hold the air in the lungs for 2 or 3 seconds. And then slowly breathe out, feeling the contracting movements of the rib cage, chest. Now we're going to do a series of some standing exercises, coordinating them with this same type of deep, slow breathing, and repeating that 3 times. Again, coordinating the movement with the exercise. You can do breathing without exercise, you can do exercise without the breathing, but if you combine them, then you get a kind of double whammy effect, because as you're stretching the joints and muscle tissue, while breathing in, you have this massive amount of oxygenated blood that's going out to all the nooks and crannies, the cells and tissues of the body to charge them up. And repeating it 3 times helps to get the prana energy or life force moving up and down the limbs. That's just sort of the physiology behind it. Okay, on an in-breath, you want to push up on the, well, yeah, again, do the raise the arms and interlock the fingers. In breath, turn the palms up, straighten the arms, stretch the head back again. Out breath, touch the top of the head. In breath, stretch the head back. Out breath, touch the head. In breath. You don't need to really bend back for this exercise. And the next time, release the palms and lower the arms back to the sides. And just relax. And feel the subtle vibrations or the effects of that exercise. You should feel, especially in the fingers and hands and arms, and subtle tingling sensations and so on, due to that kind of stretch of the joints and so on. And just to feel that helps to deepen your level of awareness. And just remember standing in the present moment. It's always coming back and staying grounded in the body. And next, on an in-breath, raise the arms over the head and push up on your toes. And face the palms of the hands toward each other. Stretch up. And the out-breath, come back down. And that gets the energy flowing up and down the body in a mellow way. Again, the in-breath. Let the breath help lift and lower the body. If you're breathing in, it's like a balloon. Blowing up a balloon, the body raises up. Once more, in-breath. Relax. You just feel the feet pressing the floor. Feel the hands and arms hanging at the sides. Feel the clothing touching the skin on different places. Just remember standing. Then next we'll do side bending. On an in-breath, raise both arms front, keep the hands about 6 inches apart. On the out-breath, bend over to the right side as far as you comfortably can. And keep the arms parallel to each other, the arms and fingers straight. In-breath, lift up. Out-breath, the other side. In-breath, up. Out-breath. In-breath. Out-breath. Now on an out-breath, lower the hands to the side. In fact, get this relaxed. So in these exercises, we're trying to flex the spine in all the different ways. Forward and backward, to the side, and even laterally from side to side, as we're going to do next. So on an in-breath, kind of jump up and spread your legs apart at least 1 meter, and hold your arms out to the side, with the lateral twisting. So breathe in. Look at the right hand, and on the out breath, twist around to the right. Keep your eyes focused on the hand going backward. Let the feet move a little bit. In breath, come back to the front. And the other side, out breath. In breath to the front. Just coordinating the movement. Out breath to the right. Just feel now place your hand to the chest. On an in-breath, raise your hands over the head. The out-breath, bring the hands to the chest and bend the knees and lower yourself down. Actually, you should keep the feet wider apart in this exercise. On the in-breath, lift back up, hands over the head, spread your feet a little farther apart. Farther, wider the better. Out-breath, again, hands to the chest, bend the knees, lower down. Again, this helps to open up the hips and the knees, which are usually the stressor points in the sitting in the lotus posture. The half lotus in-breath, come back up. In out-breath. The out-breath, lower the arms back. Just relax. Next, we're going to alternate toe touching, holding the arms out. On an out breath, bring your left arm across and try to touch your right leg or foot as far as you can reach down. Then look up at the other hand over your head. It may be a little unstable, so you have to be a little bit careful. In breath, come back up. And then the other side, out breath. Right hand to the left leg or foot. Once more, out breath, left hand to the right leg or foot. In breath. Relax. Now on in-breath, bring the legs back together. Bring them back. Now this next exercise is going to be a backward and forward bending exercise, and you have to be careful with the back bends, because when you come up from a back bend, a rush of energy can come up the spine and cause the body to shake a bit, or in the worst case, even to black out. So you don't want that to happen. This is called the Sunburst. Ideally, you do it facing the rising sun in the morning. So keep your palms out. On an in-breath, lift the arms up and make a gradual V with the arms until they come out to the horizontal position, and bend back a little bit, not too far the first time. And then straighten up, keeping the arms out. And then on the out breath, lower the hands down to the floor. And the head down. And then begin standing up again. Turn the palms out. Gradual V with the arms as you bend back. Straighten up, out breath, hands to the floor. Head down. And then to finish, as you breathe in, bring the hands together at the chest. And then back to the sides on the out breath. You can just feel the effects of that in the body. By now, the whole body should have come alive with life force vibrations, pulsations. You just use that to help keep the mind grounded and centered in the present moment of the body. Okay, we're going to finish up with just some head and neck exercises, because as I mentioned before, the problem a lot of people have is keeping their head lifted up in meditation, because their neck muscles are not very strong. So just sitting in any cross-legged position, try to sit straight. And on an in-breath, turn your head to the right. Try to look over your right shoulder. So the head turning. On the out breath, turn the head 180 degrees back to the left. Look over the left shoulder. And normally you just do that 3 times. In breath to the right. Out breath to the left, concentrating into the neck vertebrae. If you have a stiff neck, just be careful as you're doing that. On the next in breath, let the head stop in the middle. Stop in the middle. Just keep feeling the body. And then we're going to do stretching the head backward and forward. We're going to keep the back straight. On the in-breath, lift the chin and head up and back as far as you can. Then lift the head up, and on an out-breath, press the chin to the little notch at the top of the chest. Feel the stretch in the neck vertebrae. Just do that 3 times. In-breath, lift the head up and back. The last one is the head rolling. So press the chin to the top of the chest. On the in-breath, you're going to roll the head from the right, back along your shoulder, top of the shoulders, till the chin is over the left shoulder. On an out-breath, kind of let it dangle back down. Repress the chin to the top of the chest and repeat it again. Normally you do it 3 times, just a little bit of time. Okay, then just feel the body. And normally from there you can go into meditating, just go into your meditation. From there, using all those sensations of the body and the posture to help to hold the mind in the present moment. And from there, just going into your normal awareness. It's time to levitate now, Gita. Yes. Okay. So, sorry we had to kind of rush through it a little bit, but the time's up. So, I hope you'll be able to, if you're interested, I'm going to make an announcement. Remember some of these things and use it in your meditation practice. You find it helpful.
Thank you very much, Venerable. Can I have Lakshmi to serve?